Greetings, my beautiful sisters everywhere. Today, we in Selma, Alabama, are walking with God. We walk with God for many different reasons. Today, I walk with God because I want to reach my destination. Henry Ford said, "Those who walk with God always reach their destination." So, remember your water bottles, wear comfortable sneakers, make sure you get those steps in. Today is your opportunity to commune with nature, to commune with God, and to discover yourself. Have a beautiful and blessed time with the Lord.
Greetings, 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 sisters. Thank you, Madam President. Today, I want to welcome you to the Selma chapter of the Links Incorporated 26th Annual Walk-a-thon. This year's theme is Stepping into a New You. Today, we will check in with several sisters throughout the historic city of Selma, Alabama. Some of us walking at our local historic HBCUs, some of us walking around some of the historic markers. But we're going to all start at the
Good morning. I don't know if you could hear me, but here I am walking up here at the, trying to get my camera turned around a little bit, at the bridge crossing Jubilee headquarters down here, right at the foot of the bridge on the other side. And across the street, we have the National Voting Rights Museum in historic Alabama, Selma, Alabama. And we have some beautiful historic artifacts and monuments and things here. So as I get ready to walk across the bridge, I can enjoy some beautiful views. I walk and make sure I can get by because there's traffic. I walk for a healthy heart. I've had a lot of family members with heart issues, and I walk to make sure that I keep my heart healthy, and I encourage you to walk as well. Enjoy the view.
Good morning, everyone. I am here at the famous historic Brown Chapel Church, AME Church, which I am a member. It is the church where all of the major mass movements that happened here in Selma, Alabama. This morning, I am going to walk with God and take the journey that those people took to ensure that today we have our voting rights. I'm here in the heart of the GWC homes. Right now, Brown Chapel was able to get by one of our Link sisters a grant to do some of the major restoration. But behind me is one of Selma's and one of the nation's most treasured churches in the United States of America, historic Brown Chapel. And I will be taking the walk that in 1965, young people, old people took from this church to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge and be thankful with the Lord that people were able to sacrifice, give their lives, pray for me, and die for you and didn't even know your name. I'm also representing my HBCU, Spelman College, and walking with a healthy living, walking for a healthy living. Can't hear anything. This feed. Hi, everyone. I am now doing the journey. I just left historic Brown Chapel. I am here in the heart of GWC. My mother was a child foot soldier, and she grew up right here in GWC, right here at 112C. And she was a member, as well as I am today, over here at Brown Chapel Church. And this is the epicenter of where the movement happened, where the marches happened. And so I'm taking the walk with God today down what was Sylvan Street. Today is named Martin Luther King Street. And I am going to take the journey and walk to the Edmund Pettus Bridge. I am also representing my HBCU, Spelman College, and just thankful this morning. Thankful that I am able to be with myself, with God, with a clear heart, a clear mind, and walk to ensure that I'm healthy. So this walk from GWC Brown Chapel to the Edmund Pettus Bridge is about a mile. So I'm not going to do the actual walk the way that it was done, but they went down Sylvan Street, then they passed by the Selma Police Station, and then they crossed over to Water Avenue and then crossed the bridge. I'm going to do the modified walk where if you come back annually, we walk down Sylvan Street and we walk, I think that's Selma Avenue, and then go down Broad Street, and then you will see the bridge. And Sylvan Street has been renamed Martin Luther King, just for you guys. So I also want to share my morning devotion that I think is so important to what we're doing this morning. The devotion said to me, it came from Philippians 4:6-7, where it says, don't worry about anything. And said, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for what He has done. If you feel overwhelmed or confused about a decision that you're trying to make, you're probably caught up in yourself and not listening to God's voice. So, this is a good message to say, hey, don't worry about anything. Cast all your fears, anxieties on God.
Thank you so much, Abina, for that. Can you hear me okay now? I think I was having some audio issues earlier.
Sound is horrible.
You can't hear? Okay, how about now? Is it coming out a little bit clearer?
Okay, good morning again. I am now turning onto Alabama Avenue. I said Selma Avenue, but Alabama Avenue. As I turn onto Alabama Avenue, this is the modified walk that we do annually as we commemorate the events that happened in 1965. I'm heading down Alabama Avenue. Alabama Avenue will then take us to Broad Street, and then I will make a left onto Broad Street to the infamous Edmund Pettus Bridge. This walk is the walk that was taken in 1965 when marchers selflessly gave themselves so that we could have the right to vote today.
Abina, you're really on the move over there. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Can you hear me now? If you can, link Monica. Do you have any updates? How many steps have you walked thus far?
Let me check. So far, I was trying to get my audio going. So far, I'm at 2156.
Your
That's
sound is
awesome.
horrible. Can't understand nothing you're saying.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? I
Lincoln
guess
Bina.
it's just because it's the traffic off the bridge.
Right. There's a lot of activities going on downtown Selma today. So the purpose of today, the Link Sisters that are checking in, we're asking you walk because, and we would love for you to share your reason as to why you walk and also share your steps. I think a little bit earlier, my audio was not working as well, and I wanted to just share my reason why. Each morning I get up and I walk about 3 miles a day just to walk with the Lord and also walk for peace and to gain clarity to start my day. I strive to hit that 3 mile marker and not count the steps, but it's important for you to do so for heart health and overall wellness. So we encourage each of you to get moving at least 30 minutes a day. And also, as Madam President stated, stay hydrated, dress comfortably, and dress appropriately for the weather. Monica, those are beautiful views across the bridge. Linkabina, have you made it downtown just yet?
So I'm coming up on the Selma Police Department, and in 1965, a lot of the marchers were arrested, and they were arrested and put here in the jail, in makeshift jails here at the Selma Police Department. It's right here, this building right here. So again, as I said, I'm doing my walk this morning, the path that the marchers took in 1965. And when they crossed over the bridge and were bully clubbed and tear gassed, they ran back, and some people were arrested and placed here at the Selma police station, and some people were able to, run and scatter and get away from danger. But this is coming down Alabama Avenue. In 1965, they actually cut this way and then went down Warder Avenue. But I'm doing the walk that is done annually where we go down Alabama and then we make a left onto Broad Street to the infamous Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Thanks so much, Shabina. As we're taking these journeys down the historic city of Selma, one thing I definitely want to highlight is there's a lot of remodeling, a lot of people moving inward to the city. bringing local businesses back home. There's a lot of construction going on, a lot of beautification, and we're very fortunate for the city to continue to grow. That means change is definitely coming. It just didn't happen in 1965. It's continuing on as the years continue. I'm going to share my camera. As you can see, there's a lot of movement going on now. A lot of local businesses opening, lots of traffic, great things going on here. Monica, have you made it across the bridge just yet?
Yes, I am across the bridge. I am at the foot of the bridge where there's some people
I
visiting,
think you're on
and
mute, Monica.
I don't know.
Can you hear
Okay.
me now?
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you.
So I am almost to Broad Street, and I will then be turning left onto Broad Street and crossing over to the bridge. It looks like I am coming up on my link sister here. So there's Cachet, and now I am here on to Broad Street, and I'm gonna stay on the yellow line because there's traffic out here. But this is coming up on the infamous Edmund Pettus Bridge, as you can see. I salute you, Queen. Thank you. So I am walking, which is the walk that was done in 1965. Behind me is the infamous Edmund Pettus Bridge. So behind me is scenic views of the beautiful city of Selma, Alabama. And I am headed to the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
All right, Abina, we're going to take a quick check-in for the sisters that have walked across the campus of Selma University and also in the neighborhoods, and we're going to check back in with you and Monica shortly. Thank you all so much for checking in during the morning walk. First up, we have Link Patricia Robinson, who started her walk off very early this morning, as you can see, walking across the historic Selma University's campus. Look at her go. Next, we have Link Pinky, who also took the morning walk on campus. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And don't forget to send us your steps. We do have a contest going on for the top 5 sisters with the most steps to win prizes today. Next, we're going to check in with some sisters that are walking with their neighborhood. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful picture. That's Link Maxwell and her husband, Dr. Maxwell, walking in their neighborhood this morning. Next, we have.
Good morning. My name is Danielle Wooten, and I am ecstatic to check in for the Selma, Alabama chapter's 26th annual Walk for Healthy Living. This morning I walk because I am blessed to be able to wake up this morning with breath in my body. I'm blessed to be able to wake up and see the sunshine and the green trees and the foliage. And that's why I walk. I walk because it's a great way to start your day, walking to be energized, to give your body that boost we need to get through each day. And, links are on the move. We have links all across America that are walking today to promote a positive and a healthy mind, body, and spirit. And so this morning, again, I am just happy, and I will turn it back over to Link Cachet as she checks in with other sisters from the historic city of Selma, Alabama.
Thank you so much, Link Danielle. It's such a great opportunity to see so many beautiful sisters out and get moving, taking charge of their health and their wellness, and also those that are sharing their walks with us throughout the historic city of Selma. Next, I want to check back in with those sisters that were walking towards and across the bridge. Linkabina, have you made it to the foot of the bridge?
So I've made it to the bridge. I am here. I am at the impetus of the bridge, and I am about to cross over and go onto the other side and kind of give you a recap of what happened as the marchers crossed the bridge. They actually, because they're doing some beautification work, the marchers actually walked on that side in twos. And as they got here to where the Edmund Pettus Bridge, they were able to see the horses lined up. And those people that were in the front had to make a choice. Do they continue on or do they turn around? And they had the courage to continue on. And we know what happened in 1965 by them continuing on. There were cameras, there were famous photographers there like Spider, Williams, and other photographers, CBS, NBC, that was able to capture what happened here in Selma. And that capturing it sends a cry out around the world that something is not right, that just peaceful young people protesting the death of Jimmy Lee Jackson, our Army veteran, his death, that if you can't do that, just walk in peace, what else can you do? And we see today we're still going through that across the United States with so many things that are going on across the world. But I am crossing over the bridge. I'm doing it backwards, but I am centered and I'm one with God. And I'm just thankful that people were selfless in 1965 to put their lives on the table for us so that we can have a better day, so that we can try to continue to have a voice and to be able to be one with God. So as I get here to the pinnacle, you should be able to see the Alabama River here. It's a beautiful scene here, and our beautiful city is behind us, our beautiful buildings, and we are getting here up to the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and there's a nice little National Historic Treasure Mark here on the bridge that talks about the things that happened here in 1965. But we are here in front of the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and when the walkers got here, they heard the billy clubs, they heard the horses, but they still ascended across. So I'm gonna ascend across.
Abina, this was awesome. You took us on our own mini private tour virtually of some of the most historic markers in the city of Selma. We thank you so much for that, and we'll check back in just a few moments. Link Monica.
Hi, my audio is horrible. I don't know if you can hear.
We can hear you.
Okay, well, I am headed back across the bridge. I'm at the foot of the bridge, almost back to the other side. Got a chance to enjoy, as Abina said, some beautiful views of just the breathtaking water and the buildings, the historic buildings that are there. Breathtaking, just a beautiful walk.
So
Good.
check it back in with me if I can.
Yes, go ahead.
So every year, the late great John Lewis would come back and he would lead this march across. And he would stop here on this side of the bridge and he would kneel and pray because that's what they did in 1965. And he would stop along here and give his memory of what happened as they began to descend down the bridge. And if you're here, if you can see, you can start seeing the what they went into. Okay, I guess I'm in what they were walking into, what they were walking towards. So I'm gonna take the descent down onto the other side of the bridge.
Thanks, Linkabina. Quick question. It was such a long walk, Linkabina. How many steps have you gotten in so far? We'll check back with you once you get to the end of the bridge to get your steps. So far, I have gotten in 3,115 steps. It's been a very successful morning. I hope for all Link sisters that are walking this morning that you're enjoying your walk, you're meditating, you're taking in some beautiful weather, clearing your mind, and you're at peace. I think earlier we had a few audio issues, but one thing I wanted to state was we've had a lot of, we've all experienced a lot during this COVID pandemic, and I think each of us have lost close ones, families, friends, and it's very important for our mental health that we stay active, we stay engaged, and we use opportunities such as walking or running or exercising to recenter, refocus what's important in life. And health is one of those things that for sometimes we do take for granted, we don't prioritize. So we are very fortunate that our chapters and other link chapters around the world, we're kicking off and we are all participating in the 75 million steps during the month of June. We have been tracking our steps, checking in with one another, and we're using our walkathon to really engage more sisters to get active, get walking. We know the weather's going to change. So even if that's walking indoors at a local gym, we want you to stay healthy, keep your heart healthy, and just keep your mind clear and focused and be at peace. So we hope that you are enjoying the scenic view of historic Selma. I thank the sisters that have taken this journey with us today.
So
And we're going to check back in with Linkabina.
of where the marchers in 1965, where they met Fury. Right here, the state troopers um, asked the marchers to turn around or go back or that they would advance. They shot tear gas. People didn't know what was happening as the tear gas was being executed on them. Horses began to descend, and what happened was Bloody Sunday. You've seen the pictures of Amelia Boynton, who is known as the mother of the movement. She was hit on the top of her head with the billy club. The late Congressman John Lewis was also bludgeoned, and many other foot soldiers were hurt and trampled on in 1965. And there were cameras and photographers, and that feed went out across the world. And that disgust, that disdain from the president's office said, wait a minute, these people were just peacefully protesting. They they were not agitating anything. They were, just in peace, quiet, nonviolence, and that movement was able to get us the 1965 Voting Rights Act, where today it is in attack. It was attacked then, and it's in attack now. So, I know that today's walk with God is about healthy living, but healthy living also has to do with our voting rights. Healthy living has to do with making sure that we have proper health care. Healthy living has to do, they are akin. The vote has something to do with how we live in our healthy living, and to be able to have these moments where we're able to be by ourselves and be with God. So as I descend here, this right here, this pilgrimage, this fertile ground helped to change America. And I'm just thankful that I was able to do that walk from Brown Chapel across the bridge. And I'm just thankful for those people who selflessly gave themselves to do that walk back then, so that we know that we have a voice, to make sure that we are speaking up for those that are less fortunate, to make sure that we are one with God, that we know Him, that we know how to fight, fight in so many different ways, as far as organizing, coming together as the members of the Links Incorporated to ensure those that are underprivileged are able to have resources that they don't have when it comes to health care, and to encourage each of us to make sure that we do our part to stay healthy. As long as we're healthy, mind, body, and spirit, we know that when it's time to activate, when it's time to vote, when it's time to come together, we can do those things. So just thank you.
Thank you so much, Link Abina, for that. Next, we're going to check in with Link Avis Williams. How's your walk on this morning?
Oh, I am having a fabulous morning. Actually got a 6 mile run in, and now I'm walking with my Link sisters as part of my cool down. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, and this is the perfect time of year. If you're not already exercising regularly, now is a great time to start, because the weather is so ideal. None of that humidity that we have in the summer.
All right, Link Avis, I think that you may be in an area with bad service. Next, we're going to check in. We have Link Francis Brumbury that's checking in from Selma University.
Doing a good job, man. I seen your video.
There she is, on the move this morning. She and her husband at Selma University. And we also have Link Pinky checking back in. Oh, everyone has just been doing a fantastic job. Abina, are you in front of the Voting Rights Museum?
I am. I'm in front of the National Voting Rights Museum and Institute. This is one of the museums that's here in Selma, Alabama. And what they were able to do in 1992 was start collecting the oral history of a lot of the foot soldiers that were a part of the movement. So if you're ever in Selma, Alabama, this is a great place to come so that you can listen to some of the actual oral histories, because a lot of our foot soldiers, last year we lost the trifecta. Congressman John Lewis, Reverend C.T. Vivian, all those people were here in 1965. And they're no longer with us. And right here at this institute, there are oral histories of them, video, audio, pictures of the numerous times that they've come back and they've shared their stories. So I am here at the National Voting Rights Museum, and I have completed my walk from historic Brown Chapel across the Edmonds Pettus Bridge. I did the walk that was done in 1965 when foot soldiers and students and people came to march from Selma to Montgomery in outrage of the death of fallen veteran who was murdered, Jimmy Lee Jackson.
Thank you so much, Link Abina, for taking us on this journey with you today. We really appreciate it. Next, we have one final check-in. Link Avis Williams. Until she joins, I just want to thank each of you for checking in with us, all of our Link sisters, those that may be home watching. We hope that the information that's been shared today is encouraging, an encouragement for you to start your wellness journey, to get out, get up, get walking, prioritize your health. Also giving you ideas on how to continue. Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you doing today, sir?
Good morning to all my fabulous Link sisters. I am Harriet Foster. I am walking to promote a healthy heart because I want to live to see my grandchildren grown up, expounding on the plans God has blessed them with to move forward in life. Have a great day on purpose, be blessed, and be a blessing to someone today. I love all of you.
Thank you, Link Harriet, for that check-in. Now I believe we have Link Avis
Today, I know I
checking back
certainly
in with
am
us.
enjoying this beautiful fall weather.
Thank you, Link Avis. So, how many steps have you taken today?
Say that again.
I said, how many steps have you taken today? And if you can share with us why you walk. And we also know that you run. So if you can share those two things
Yeah.
with us.
Oh, absolutely. I do it for peace of mind. Walking and running are two of the best stress relievers that there are out there. It's also good for weight maintenance. I used to be a personal trainer and used to teach classes, but as my life got busier, I didn't have as much time to go to the gym, and I found that walking and running was a great way to get it in. It's free of charge, other than having a good pair of running or walking shoes. You don't have to join a gym to do it. Can get right out in your neighborhood and do it at any point. And I've probably gotten about 12,000 steps in so far today.
Thank you so much, Link Avis, for sharing that with us. Abina, I didn't ask you how many steps did you get in today? Link Abina, can you share with us how many steps did you get in today?
5,000.
Great job. Great job. And I see that you're standing right in front of the Welcome to Selma sign.
I'm going to log off.
Thank you so much, Abina.
Hey again. Yeah, I've gotten about 12,000 steps in this morning, so having a great time. How's your walk going?
It's been very eventful. I have walked down across the bridge twice today,
Oh,
down
good.
Water Avenue. Also, just around checking out all of the great projects that are going on around Selma. There's
Yeah.
so much going on. We have some beautification projects going on. You have some
Yes.
renovations. You have some local business owners that are moving into some of the buildings and
That's
opening up on
exciting.
the weekends. It really is.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that I chose to walk downtown and not in my neighborhood today. And
Yeah.
I just want to thank everyone for sharing their walk and sharing their reason why and also sharing their steps. So, what we're going to do is wrap up today by saying thank you. And I hope each of you continue to stay safe in this pandemic and continue to walk for a better you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your
Thank
Saturday.
you. Bye bye.
Bye.